easier to have your email?
Yes. I'm just looking to see who's here. Are these all in right here? Yes. All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I always hate to break up good conversation, so good afternoon. My name is Dean Lombard, and I have the privilege and honor to serve as the Executive Student Affairs Officer and Dean of Students here at ESF. Members of our platform party, faculty and staff members, guests, and especially our new students, it is my pleasure to officially welcome you to the 2023 College of Environmental Science and Forestry New Student Convocation. Through this event, we welcome our new students as well as acknowledge and welcome back our continuing students as you embark on this adventure in learning that we call ESF. Thank you all for being here to celebrate together the start of our new academic year. As we begin our convocation this afternoon, I want to recognize that our campus resides within the original territory of the Haudenosaunee or Iroquois Confederacy. This acknowledgement represents our commitment to intellectual and cultural pluralism and is meant to honor the significant contributions of the Onondaga Nation to environmental leadership. We are grateful for previous and ongoing collaborations with the Onondaga Nation. Let me begin by introducing our platform party for this event. Please rise as I call your name. ESF President Joni Mahoney. Syracuse University Chancellor Kent Severud. ESF Executive Vice President and Provost Samuel Mukasa. And finally, I am pleased to introduce our student speaker this afternoon, Silas Cochran, President of the Mighty Oaks Student Assembly. Next, I will introduce the academic department chairs and directors who are seated up front here. Please stand as I call your name, and audience, please hold your applause until I've introduced everyone. Representing Dr. Bandru Ramaro, Chair of the Chemical Engineering Department, is Dr. Shiji Liu, Curriculum Coordinator. It's okay. Dr. Lee Newman, Department of Chemistry. Dr. Lindy Quackenbush, Chair of the Department of Environmental Resources Engineering. Dr. Russell Briggs, Division of Environmental Science. Dr. Neil Abrams, Director of the Open Academy. Kitty McCarthy, Associate Provost for Enrollment Management. I know she's here, yes. And Matt Smith, Director of Moon Library. Finally, I want to introduce the other members of the college's executive cabinet who are here with us this afternoon. Again, please hold your applause, or not, as I introduce them to you. Matt Millay, Executive Director for Strategic Initiatives. Mark Lichtenstein, Executive Operating Officer and Chief Sustainability Officer. Danushi Fernando, Chief Diversity Officer. Brenda Greenfield, Assistant Vice President for Development and Executive Director of the ESF College Foundation. Outstanding. It is now my privilege to introduce President Joni Mahoney to offer her remarks.
Good afternoon. It is so nice to see such a full room. This is a spectacular incoming class, and I'm excited to be here at the culmination of this wonderful orientation week. And I want to thank everybody who has made orientation week so energetic and informative and just a lot of fun. So thank you to the Student Affairs team and to the Enrollment Office for building this wonderful class. It is great to see you all assembled today to kick off the 2023-24 academic year at our annual convocation ceremony. On behalf of the faculty and staff at ESF, I extend a heartfelt welcome to each of you, to our new first-year students, our transfer students, our graduate students, and our international students who have traveled many miles to be here with us today. Our campus is buzzing with excitement as we gather here today to embark on a journey that holds immense significance. Today's convocation signifies a fresh start for students and faculty alike. As you all embark on a new chapter of your academic journey, today's convocation reminds us of ESF's commitment, our collective commitment, to your growth as ESF scholars, to academic excellence, and to campus engagement. The world needs individuals like you who are ready to delve into the complexities of climate change, to understand its far-reaching impacts, and to explore solutions that can steer us toward a sustainable future. In our classrooms, in your labs, at Newcomb, Heiberg Forest, and Cranberry Lake, you will not only gain academic knowledge, but also develop a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all living beings and the delicate balance that sustains our planet. It is our hope that your time here will empower you with the tools to become change makers, thought leaders, and advocates who drive positive transformations in policy, technology, and societal norms. As you begin your studies, remember that you are now part of a global community committed to safeguarding our planet. You will learn environmental science in your time with us, and importantly, you will also learn that climate change is not just an environmental concern, it's a human concern. It's about equity, justice, and the future we're building for the generations to come. Embracing this journey requires collaboration, interdisciplinary thinking, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zones. You'll be challenged to question assumptions, to approach problems from various angles, and to work with peers from different disciplines who will enrich your perspectives. Remember, it's often at the intersection of ideas that innovation flourishes. Beyond the classroom, there will be many opportunities to learn. Embrace opportunities for community outreach projects and internships to apply your knowledge in practical settings. I encourage you all to seek guidance from our esteemed faculty members and staff. Their expertise spans a wide range of disciplines, and they are here to guide and support you every step of the way. Don't hesitate to ask questions, engage in discussions, and take advantage of their mentorship. And additionally, remember that learning is a continuous process. Stay curious, be open to new ideas, and actively seek out opportunities for self-improvement. Attend workshops, seminars, conferences, join one of our many outstanding student-led clubs. We have so many, and I'm impressed with the great work they do on campus and here in our broader community. Each one of you has the power to make a difference, whether it's through research, advocacy, policymaking, or community engagement. You are not just students, you are catalysts of change. Today marks the beginning of the first chapter of your journey here at ESF, where the pen is in your hand and the story is yours to write. Welcome to ESF. It is now my honor and my pleasure to introduce my friend and someone who is one of our biggest cheerleaders, supporters, and advocates, Syracuse University Chancellor Kent Severud. Chancellor Severud is the 12th Chancellor at Syracuse and approaching his 10th year leading this remarkable institution that we're so fortunate to call our neighbor. While ESF is a proud member of the SUNY family, we are so blessed and fortunate to have the support of Chancellor Severud and his entire team at Syracuse University. It is really nice of the Chancellor every year, especially at this busy beginning time in the semester, but he has made it a priority to join us for our fall convocation. I could not be more grateful for your continued partnership and support. Kent, thank you and welcome.
Thanks, President Mahoney, and welcome all of you to SUNY ESF and to Syracuse University. And thanks to all the SUNY ESF faculty and staff who have made the partnership that truly exists between Syracuse University and SUNY ESF so successful over many years. I want to congratulate everybody on your achievements that got you here, and I want to thank you for your focus on learning about and improving our natural world. The Syracuse University and SUNY ESF are so much more than neighbors on this hill and in the campuses we have around the world and in the Adirondacks. We share so many alumni and friends. We share libraries and recreation facilities, clubs. We share activities. We work together to reduce the environmental impact of our institutions and to propose new solutions. Our student associations work closely together. We collaborate on groundbreaking research. The important thing to understand is that we are equals and peers. Each of us has a distinct mission, but at our best, and we work hard, I'm so glad you have the president you have, at our best we are symbiotic organisms in a beneficial and mutually sustaining relationship. It will be a relationship, it always evolves over time as both institutions advance, but I'm just so grateful you are here and you're going to be part of that relationship for the next years. I do think that relationship can help you in ways if you're proactive in the way the best students are at both our institutions. And by that I mean you can, just like Syracuse students can do so many things at ESF, you can do so many things at Syracuse. You can take classes outside your specialized curriculum at Syracuse in art and literature and scuba diving and foreign languages and so many professional fields as well. Because you're a state school, I'll be blunt, you don't have the chaplaincies and the Hendricks Chapel services that we have. We have more than 20 student faith groups and 15 full-time chaplaincies just across the street, all of whom have ESF students involved in Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, in all areas, with many activities, including activities in the Adirondacks and elsewhere. You can get involved in one of 45 club sports at Syracuse. These are teams that compete with other colleges in the region that have uniforms and travel and coaches, including most recently Leinster Rugby has adopted as the exclusive North American partner our men's and women's rugby teams. Leinster is the most successful rugby association in the world. It's based in Dublin, Ireland. And they have a full-time coach from Dublin now on site here for both the women's and the men's club rugby teams. We're working on similar partnerships for many of the club teams. So where there isn't a sport in the Mighty Oaks, and I know there are many, there's probably an actual competitive team, a club team, right across the street that you're eligible to join on equal terms as anybody at Syracuse University. There really are so many activities across the street. The other most recent is dramatic expansion of esports at Syracuse University. We have a facility many ESF students use in the Barnes Center, which is a recreational esports gaming facility. We're building one twice as large in the middle of the Shine Student Center, where also the food options are a little different than here. And we're building a competitive facility in the Marley building, which is 2 blocks from here, which is part of the first R1 university esports major in the United States. And so there are 300 clubs and organizations like this. So just to say quickly, 2 television networks in Spanish and in English, 3 radio stations, outdoor recreations and outings that I think have a majority of ESF members in them. There's a really large student veteran group. There's a student-run EMT and ambulance service. You've probably already seen and heard the ambulances. There are a cappella groups, 9 of them, an orchestra, theater performance groups, a jazz band, a marching band, study abroad all over the world, and we have campuses in LA, New York, and Washington, D.C., all of which we try and make available as needed for externships or other programs. So there's a lot you can take advantage of. I think you will find that among the people, all kinds of people that are just across the street, I think you'll find there are people from all over the world, and that they are pretty amazing and worth knowing. And that includes the 3,950 new students we welcomed yesterday in the Dome, but it also includes students from every state, every territory, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico. It includes students that just started from 57 countries and enrolled in all programs from more than 140 countries. So odds are, if you feel unique at USF, there's probably somebody with a very similar background somewhere among those 23,000 people across the street. And we want them to be your neighbors and friends. After 10 years as chancellor, I've come to know and love ESF. I just want to say that I've come to know because of the students I've taught from ESF in my own classes and because of what I see as the unique values and power of this place. And I've had more than 2,000 ESF students in my home in the last 10 years in various receptions or activities or clubs they're in or chaplaincies they're in. And I hope what you will find from meeting the upper level students and your mentors I see in the red shirts at the back of the room, I hope you'll find what I found, which is they're wonderful and committed and inspired and basically decent human beings. So that's why I want to help you and why Syracuse University wants to help you thrive here. So, in other words, please don't be the neighbor. Please don't be the neighbor who never thinks about the people next door, okay? Please instead be the neighbor who realizes that their neighborhood is so much more fun and rewarding if you let a little orange into your ESF life, okay? So we're so glad you're here. Welcome to Syracuse University 2. Go ESF and go Orange. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chancellor. That was very, very nice of you, and we'll be bringing a plate of cookies over as your neighbors. How about that? I have the pleasure now of introducing our provost, who you will hear from, Dr. Sam Mukasa.
Well, thank you very much, President Mahoney, and thank you, Chancellor Syverud, for joining us this afternoon to welcome the ESF class of 2027, or thereabouts, for those of you who might be planning to stay a little bit longer, and also for our transfer students who may actually get done before the rest. Let me add my words of welcome to both groups of students. We are absolutely delighted to have you join our campus, and we look forward to getting to know you. My colleagues who organized this event have asked me to keep it nice and light so that I send you to the quad for a photo in a good mood right after we are done here. They didn't think that this is a good place for me to lecture you about time management, getting a good night's sleep, making good use of faculty office hours, or pacing yourself in doing homework. I will try not to bring any of that up today, or if I just did, I'll try not to do it again. Some of you may have already heard me say in other meetings this week or even last week that I have not yet completed my second year at ESF. So just like you, I am relatively new here. Prior to joining ESF, I passed through 3 Big Ten universities, which, if you're following sports, you will know that the number 10 no longer applies, and they should be more like the Big 16. Those so-called Big Ten universities are big. The University of Minnesota Twin Cities, where I was just before coming here, has over 50,000 students. And I can tell you that those students don't receive as much attention as you will receive here at ESF. So it was a very deliberate choice for me to come to the College of Environmental Science and Forestry, which is an order of magnitude smaller. I considered a variety of factors in reaching the decision to come to ESF, and these factors probably resonate with you as well, and let me mention just 5. Number 1 is rigorous undergraduate academics that involve students in research. Number 2, the small campus environment, but enjoying a great partnership with Syracuse University next door, where ESF students take courses and, as you just heard, engage in all sorts of other club activities. It should be of some interest to you to learn that our small urban campus stretches to include thousands of acres in central New York and the Adirondack Mountains, which provide research and field experiences for all of our students. Number 4, our amazing faculty, students, and staff who share a passion for the environment and all the opportunities and challenges connected to it, including climate change, sustainability, and social justice. You will learn in the coming days that ESF has embraced the philosophy of hiring faculty in clusters around a particular research theme, even if they are going to be based in different departments. This is designed to create interdisciplinary learning environments, which your generation, rightly so, demands. We also all share a commitment to affordability, student success, and strong outcomes. Our graduates and alumni are in demand and find excellent placements in the workforce and also in graduate and professional schools before graduation or within just a few months of graduation. Now, when I was your age, sitting in a place very much like this at the beginning of my first year of college, I did not know what a provost was. And then look what happened to me. I became one. The small lesson from that is that you need to keep all options open, perhaps even including you becoming provost someday. So give some consideration to all the possibilities which might be sparked and ignited by the experiences you're going to have at ESF. What exactly does the provost do? One of the original meanings of the word from the Middle Ages is keeper of a prison. But since I am not running a jailhouse, let's say that the modern day provost is the chief academic officer at a college or a university. And so what exactly does a chief academic officer do? Well, number 1, I hire the best faculty possible so that you'll have the best experiences as a student at ESF. And 2, I collaborate with the president and the faculty in setting our academic priorities and lead the exercise of creating institutional strategic planning. I work closely with our teams in enrollment management, student affairs, graduate school, international office, facilities, K-12 outreach, and the online programs delivered by what we call the Open Academy to fulfill our academic mission. In other words, I am basically the guy to yell at if things are not going well. Now, ESF is a proud institution for engaging in environmental sustainability teaching and research well before most of the other institutions did. We are proud of the multitude of ongoing projects and initiatives which involve our undergraduate and graduate students, and I advise you to shop around at your earliest opportunity. In terms of infrastructure operations, we hold ourselves accountable by establishing measurable goals impacting buildings and operations, carbon management, materials or waste management, energy, environmental justice, social justice, and so on, which has earned us a STARS Platinum rating from the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education, AASHE. In other words, we practice what we preach, and our culture of environmental stewardship is catching on globally and needs more ambassadors like you. I have been on university campuses for close to 50 years as a student, professor, senior executive for global STEM initiatives, dean for 2 colleges of science and engineering, and now as ESF executive vice president and provost. I have made a few observations during that journey, and I would like to share just a few with you. Number one, there are vast opportunities for growth if you resist the temptation to hang out only with people who look like you. College affords you the opportunity to expand your horizons, and there is no better way to do that than learning about other people's lived experiences. Defend your opinions fiercely, but perhaps just as importantly, develop the ability to see the world through other people's eyes. Serve as the glue that puts the fracturing global community back together. Number 2, expect and embrace being challenged. ESF professors do set the bar high because they want you to be the very best. Make professors and even administrators earn their pay by engaging with them at every opportunity to get your questions answered and needs solved. I remember fondly putting faculty hours to good use when I was a student, focusing my one-on-one interactions with a professor or the GA or TA, asking questions about things that still required clarification in my mind. Number 3, 4 years will seem like a long time, but with the hindsight of years from now, you'll realize that what a fleeting moment it was. So keep a journal to analyze your daily actions. Deliberately plan to make tomorrow better than yesterday. Number 4, I urge you to make the most of your time here at ESF because this chapter of your life will play a major role in shaping the person you'll become. So have a great time. Get involved in as many enriching experiences as your time will allow. College is more than grades, and it's a mistake to make it all about grades. Number 5, finally, when the going gets tough, and it does from time to time for all of us, don't retreat and don't disconnect. Seek help, talk to friends so they will know how you feel, and we have an excellent group of professionals who will be very happy to help you work through any issues. I will not shy away from mentioning some of the common problems, which include stress, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, and so on. Remember that should you ever need it, there is professional help here at ESF. Let me end my remarks by saying that you made a great choice in coming to ESF, and we are committed to making your educational experience a memorable one, full of growth opportunities, amazing discoveries, and transformational engagements and friendships. Thank you very much. But I am not done yet. Before I step away from the stadium, let me introduce Silas Cochran, President of the Mighty Oaks Student Assembly. Silas.
Thank you, Provost Mikasa, and welcome to ESF. I'm honored to be standing here before you. My name is Silas Cochran. I serve as the president of the Mighty Oaks Student Assembly, or MOSA. We represent you on campus and across the SUNY system, ensuring that your voice is heard and actively take steps to improve the student experience on campus. As you have heard many times before, today marks the beginning of a journey that will open your eyes to untold opportunities, challenges that will put your beliefs to the test, and an education that will prepare you to tackle the reality we are facing. Looking across this room, I see future activists, scientists, and leaders. We are all here for a common purpose. Look to your left and to your right. You are surrounded by peers, all fighting towards a common goal. For many of you, this is your first time away from home, or at least living on your own. For others, this is your first time stepping foot on a college campus. And that can be scary. I remember just a few years ago sitting in your seats, finally excited to be away from home and ready to dive into the college experience. And then reality sets in. You're away from home, your friends are spread across the country, and they're all starting a new stage of their life, and classes actually have homework. Trust me, you're not the only one feeling overwhelmed or nervous that you won't find your place at ESF. When I first stepped foot on campus, I wasn't sure what my future would hold for me. But after my first semester of classes, the fog began to lift. I quickly discovered my passion. You might not be sure what your dream job is right now. That's okay. Talk to professors, take classes you find interesting, and try new things. You will find your niche that fits you. I quickly discovered you are surrounded by a community of people who have the same common interests as you. We have student clubs and organizations tackling real-world problems, from food insecurity, access to clean water, habitat restoration, and environmental injustices. Clubs are extraordinary ways for you to find friends, enhance your learning. I encourage you to join one of our over 40 student clubs and organizations on campus. College is an opportunity for you to step outside your comfort zone, take risks, and try new things. These next few years will be some of the most formative of your life, and I am happy that you chose ESF to be a part of that journey. I would be remiss if I passed this opportunity to invite you to share your voice on campus by joining the Mighty Oak Student Assembly. I encourage you to attend a few meetings, become involved in campus life, and together we can improve the college experience for generations to come and help make ESF a more inclusive and productive environment. MOSA is the main channel for student concerns and ideas to be voiced. All of our clubs are run through the assembly, allowing you to do literally anything you can dream of. We also host a number of events on campus, such as the upcoming Involvement Fair on September 8th from 11 to 2 on the Quad, and of course, the real reason we're all here, Earth Week. As Convocation comes to an end, I want to remind you that you are not just joining a school. You're becoming a part of a vibrant community where your potential will flourish. Embrace every opportunity, forge lifelong connections, and let your journey of discovery begin. Welcome to the ESF family. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming here to the New Student Convocation to celebrate the beginning of a year, and I look forward to seeing you on campus. I can't wait to have you on the MOSA team. This concludes the 2023-24 New Student Convocation. Please allow the platform party to exit, and then I will invite you to join me on the quad to commemorate the beginning of your journey with a class photo. Following that, there will be a food truck rally for dinner, or you can use your meal plan at the dining halls. Thank you very much.